feel like Richard Carter. All these bad hoes steady calling. Make the cold drop when it touch the water. I'ma get this money that's on my Impala. Maserati ring. YouTube, it's your boy Cardiar Fresh from Cardiar Fresh TV, and we are back with part 2 of the top 5 YouTubers custom cars. If you haven't seen part 1, no worries, it's cool. The link is in the description below. Go check it out in your spare time. Leave a comment and come back to part 3 because we got so much more. So until then, let's check out what we got for part 2. Now this time, it was a little bit more difficult than part 1 because part 1 had a lot of familiar names that people knew, but part 2 I said, you know what, I kind of want to turn it up a notch and just take it up there to a next level and actually get YouTubers who were not really known on countdowns for top 5 cars and stuff, but had some really dope cars in their collection. And I said, you know what? We got Nati's channel, we got Tall Guy Car Reviews, we got Choi. I mean, it's so many different people that I have not seen on other people's countdowns that I was like, you know what? This time, they're gonna be on the countdown. So if you know who I'm talking about, then you probably already know which cars I've picked. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, then that's even better because that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted new faces, new names, and new cars on the countdown and not the same old typical. Now you will see some of your OGs and veteran YouTubers on here also. So don't worry, some of those guys made the countdown because, hey, if your car is dope, your car is dope. Whether you got 10,000 followers or 10 million followers, hey, if that thing that you riding in looks good, and I think it deserves to be on the countdown, I promise you, then you probably made the list. Because like I said, it's 15 cars in this whole series that I picked. And I'm not doing any honorable mentions because, like I said, it's 15 cars. So if you didn't make the countdown, it's not because your car wasn't dope. It's just because it probably was a car that was similar to yours that just probably edged you because they did a little bit more outlandish thing to theirs that made me say, you know what? All right, I definitely got to show them some love. So without any further ado, let's get down into this countdown. So coming in at number 5. Start the countdown off for part 2. We got coming in at number 5, CJ on 32s. Yes, sir, man. Look at that Challenger. It is a beast. And it is on 34s, by the way. I'm like, oh my. I'm like, that is a monstrous of a car. And I believe that is a Hellcat, or it has the Hellcat motor swap in there, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Please don't nail me to the cross if I am. But I know a lot of people like there's different Challengers I could have picked. Well, guess what? This is my top 5, and I liked it personally. It stood out. It was custom. It met all the requirements. And most importantly, man, it was one of a kind. I mean, when you see this car on any road, you're going to stop and look like, whoa, who is that? So I'm telling you, I had to start it off with number 5, CJ on 32. All right. There you have it. At number 5, CJ on 32s. I am not gonna lie, this guy is killing the game when it comes to big rims. Like, if you haven't seen some of his cars and some of his builds he's done for some of the people that's going to be on this countdown, I'm telling you, you gotta check him out. So shout out to CJ on 32s. I think he should change it to 34s because that's all I've seen him on lately is 34. So we're going to just say for this countdown, CJ on 34. So once again, man, shout out to you, man, for doing your thing with all the vehicles. I mean, from the Hellcats to the Camaros and all of them, man. I'm telling you, this guy is really creative when it comes to cars, so make sure you check him out. There's a reason why he made the countdown. There's a lot of other dope challenges out there, and I'm not saying that they didn't deserve it, but I mean, come on. 34s, I mean, the lights in the grill, I mean, it has the same lights that they have in the Rolls Royce. I mean, come on, man. You gotta give it to him. The interior, I know I couldn't give all get all that footage in there, and it's cool, man, but I'm telling you, go check his YouTube out so you can really get a good look at that car, and you'll see definitely why it made number 5. So without any further ado, let's continue on with the countdown. Coming in at number 4, we have Nati's channel. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not really familiar with her, but after doing some research, I'm not gonna lie, man, this is a pretty dope chick, man. So y'all need to go check her out, man, because I'm telling you, she has some really cool content, and her Lamborghini is like off the charts, man. I mean, it is so dope. Look at it. It's clean, it's sleek, it's nice, it's laid back, it's unique. You know, I never seen that kind of, color combination on a Lamborghini before. So I had to give it to her, man, and show her some love, man. And shout out to all the other girls out there doing their thing, repping for the car enthusiasts also. There you have it. One of the new YouTubers that I was talking about, Nati's channel, coming in at number 4. Shout out to her again for doing her thing with her Lamborghini. I'm telling you, it is sleek, it is nice, it is elegant, and it's a unique color, man. I'm trying to tell you, it is dope, really dope. And like I said, this is YouTubers Custom Cars. She's done something to her car that's probably not been done to others. And I know there's plenty other Lamborghinis out there that have a lot of custom work done to them. And like I said, this is a 3-part series. There's still part 3 to go, so you never know who might have made it with another Lamborghini. Well, for now, we have to give this spot here at number 4 to Nati's channel. So let's keep going. Not sure who this car belongs to by now? Look no further. Coming in at number 3, we have Tall Guy Car Reviews. Hey, shout out to him. I'm a supporter myself, man. He's been doing this thing. He has some really dope content, so go check it out on your spare time. But right now, we talk about that McLaren that he has with the mean Forgiatos that have the finishing touch that match the paint. And we cannot forget about that carbon fiber, man. I'm like, yo, he did that with that car. It's nice and sleek with the yellow guts, too. And they match the calipers. I'm like, hey, man, he did that, man. So shout out to him again. Back to back with new YouTubers, we have Tall Guy Car Reviews coming in at number 3 with his McLaren. I'm telling you, as a fan, as a supporter, I was like, yo, I gotta get him on here because I'm telling you, like, his McLaren is like one of the dopest ones, and I'm a fan of it. I like it. I love it. I mean, look at the Forgiatos that match the paint, all of that stuff. I mean, he put in some really good quality details that you probably not gonna pick up if you don't pay attention to it. But he did crash the car, and he ended up getting a new one. So maybe his new one might make the countdown, maybe not. We'll see in the future. So like I said again, shout out to Tall Guy Car Reviews, man, for doing this thing. Him and Mr. Organic, they're like a team. And he has another car, but I'm sorry, that Hellcat just didn't make the cut this time. So, but you know what? We're down to the final 2. So we already know from the thumbnail, somebody has to be coming in at either number 1 or number 2. We shall see coming in at number 2 who is holding the throne at number 1. So let's get into who is number 2 on the countdown. I know y'all like, not again. Yes, I know. The car that's on the thumbnail is not the number 1 car on the top 5 list. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it, man. I mean, that'd be too obvious if I did that, man. But the car that would have been number 1, I use as a thumbnail, man. So shout out to our number 2 guy, Alex Choi, with his McLaren that's wrapped up, two-tone, all that cool stuff. I mean, he did his thing with it. Make sure y'all go watch the video about how he came up with the idea to wrap it and everything, because it's dope. I'm telling you, so shout out to him once again. I know y'all like, come on, this guy again? Really? Why do you keep putting the guy who's number 2 on the thumbnails? I'm sorry, I can't help it. I like to mess with people, man. Hey, I got to keep the suspense up, because if you already know who's number 1, what's the point of clicking, So definitely, stay tuned to see who is number 1, because I know y'all like, well, if it's not him, then who? Well, this YouTuber needs no introduction. So without any further ado, we're going to get into who made it to the number 1 spot on the top 5 YouTubers Custom Cars Part 2. Coming in at number 1, we have Jake Paul. Yes, sir. I had to give it to him, man. His G-Wagon 4x4 called the Yeti is a beast, man. And when I saw it, I was like, yo, what in the world? It has a snow parlor on the front of it. I was like, yo, that's insane. Yo, he makes a lot of dope, cool creations when it comes to cars. So check out his YouTube to see other things he has. There you have it. Coming in at number one of the Paul brothers, Jake Paul, with his G-Wagon with the snow pilot on the front. I mean, that thing is a serious off-road monster. Because, I mean, what else could he do with it? I mean, snow and Cali, seriously? But, hey, I love his creativity. And if you know anything about the Paul brothers, you already know these guys live an outlandish lifestyle. And, hey, so they can't do just basic stuff. So he had to trick it out, and they did a crazy job with it. It is really dope. So once again, shout out to Jake Paul of the Paul brothers for doing this thing with the G-Wagon. Once again, the Yeti. So make sure you go to his channel, check it out. I'm telling you, it is dope. So thank you for watching the top 5 YouTubers custom cars part 2 of a 3-part series. Part 3, man, I can't wait to see what I can come up with, because I'm telling you, it is getting more and more intense, because the hard part was sitting there finding, then it was rating, now it's figuring out who belongs in what category. So now that everything is pretty much, we are home sweet home. So thank you again. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure you tell a friend. And most importantly, if you haven't seen part 1, the link is in the description below. And part 3 will be coming up shortly. So stay tuned to that. And I will see you guys later. Y'all know my slogan. I got the recipe, baby. Now let's cook. Peace.